Well, my friends, the day has come. The Jonathan Majors trial has come to a close and the jury has made a decision. This was a very complicated situation from the jump, and obviously a lot of people have a lot of opinions on it. I think regardless, we can all agree that either way you're coming at this, it's just a sad situation all the way around. But very quickly after the verdict, Marvel announced that Jonathan Majors is out. Officially, Majors Kang is done. And so I'm already asking the question, what now? Let's talk about it. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Jones Vibes. Hit the like button if you're new around here, and let's dive in. So this is honestly just a very sad piece of news, one that I wish just didn't exist. I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Majors' Kang. All of the iterations, and separating art from the artist here, his performances have been incredible. But this trial was a huge deal. Abuse should always be treated as such, and the jury, with the evidence that they were presented, decided on a verdict, and that is it. If you were following the trial like me, you probably watched all the videos and read the text messages and listened to the 911 call. And since a lot of that information was made public, it leaves room for everybody to form their own opinion about it. And I think we all understand what the internet is. There's a lot of discourse right now flying around about this. Some people are happy about it, some people are angry about it, some people are confused about it. Everybody has a right to their own opinion regarding this, but what's done is done. There's no going back here, and very quickly after, Marvel announced that they are cutting ties with Jonathan Majors as Kang. So, zeroing in on the MCU here, today I just want to ask, what do you guys think is going to happen? That's the biggest question here, whether you agree or disagree. I'm mainly just curious about what you think Marvel is going to do moving forward, because all roads were leading to Kang. The Avengers Kang Dynasty is something that I've talked a lot about, and currently it was scheduled to begin filming in spring of 2024. And it's pretty clear that Marvel has had a plan this entire time. They decided not to speak out until the trial was done, and then they very quickly moved with this. And so I'd imagine some things are being set in motion, but since this is also fresh to us on the outside, like nothing has been officially announced, and so we have no idea what's going to happen. And so I think that there really are only two options here. You have option A, and that would be to recast Kang. And I think you definitely could, but I don't think that they will, because you're running the risk of more drama if the actor isn't portraying it correctly, and Majors had already done so much, you know? And then you have the thought about, like, another actor trying to come in and fill those shoes, like, trying to live up to what's been done before. I think that would be really hard, and the MCU has recast in the past, but a majority of that came during the very early stages, when it didn't matter who was playing Rhodey, or even Bruce Banner. None of us knew what the MCU was gonna be at that point. And nowadays, these characters show up in so many different things, and we've gotten so accustomed to seeing them and we get so used to them that changing things like that, especially an important piece, I think would throw things out of whack. Like, imagine they announced Doctor Strange 3, but now it's Gerard Butler. As much as people try to make that argument all the time, always referencing Terrence Howard as Rhodey, I just don't think it works. I don't think it works with where the MCU is now. But that's just my opinion, and I'm not trying to say that it, like, absolutely would not work. Like, if they cast Denzel Washington as some Kang Supreme or something like that, that would honestly be freaking sick. And now that I'm thinking about it, gosh, that actually would be pretty sick. But I really don't think they're gonna get Denzel. You know what I mean? Whoever the actor is, they'd have to be crazy high caliber, and I just don't trust that they'd be able to make that work. And so then there's option B. And in my opinion, this would be the more likely of the two. You just move on. You move on, and it sucks, and it stings, and, you know, the plans that they had from the beginning, everything has to change now. But luckily, Loki Season 2 did leave that door wide open for the write-off. The TVA kind of handled it, that card. And this is a massive studio that can afford to pay some pretty phenomenal writers to come in and work these things. And so there's got to be a way to tie in a whole nother villain, referencing Kang and the Council of Kangs, and just kind of making them maybe disappear a bit, just make that make sense. And like I said, it does suck. Kang has really woven himself into the fabric of what the MCU is right now in this multiversal saga. But it's understandable, Disney is a business and they have to make business decisions, and this is what they decided. Like I said earlier, what's done is done, but it's just like that post-credit scene of Quantumania, it was peak to me, and it got me really excited, and so seeing that not not come to life is a sad deal. But I think that option really is just the better of the two. I think you just kind of cut the cord, move on. You have Deadpool coming out next year, and that's the only MCU movie coming out. So there's tons of time to rework things and make things make sense for the fans. There's obviously going to be a lot of backlash. There's going to be a lot of discourse, because that's just what this modern era brings. But no matter what, things do just need to get reworked now. And I think it's very, very, very obvious what's going to happen next. It's something that's been being talked about for quite a while. I've talked about it quite a bit here on the channel just in general, but Doctor Doom will most likely be taking over as the big bad of the multiversal saga. And even if the plans weren't that from the jump, or if they were, if done right and done well, there's a lot to be excited about there. Doctor Doom is one of the best villains of all time, so there's a lot to look forward to with that. But as for today, I am just gonna kind of cut things there. You know, guys, we're gonna have to let this situation run its course, and I'll make sure to keep y'all updated with any important updates having to do with it. But once again, please don't hesitate to let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments section. Obviously, this is a touchy subject, and so as always, keep things civil, but I still would love to know what y'all are thinking. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I'd really appreciate that support. You can follow me on X at Jones Vibes Only, subscribe if you're new here, and don't forget to keep up the good vibes, guys. But what will the MCU do now without Jonathan Majors as Kang? I guess we'll see.